Start codeless automation testing using plain English. Try testRigor. In this video, we will cover essential QA terms and their definitions to build a strong foundation in software testing concepts. We'll explore key terminologies such as bugs, defects, and test suites. In addition, we will cover test plans, test scripts, and test environments, providing a clear understanding of their significance in the testing process. Test case, a set of actions used to determine if a system behaves as expected in a given scenario. Bug or defect, a problem or error that hinders a software program from functioning as expected. Smoke testing, basic tests to check if a new software version is stable enough for more in-depth testing. Regression testing, verifying if previously working functionality still works after new changes. Unit testing, testing the smallest testable parts of an application in isolation, like a button, link, or drop-down list. If an application were a physical machine, it would be like testing the quality of the nuts, bolts, and transistors before assembled into a more recognizable part of the machine, for instance, a control panel. This testing is commonly done by developers. Integration testing, testing in which individual components or units are added one by one and tested progressively until the group of components are successfully tested. If an application were a physical machine, integration testing would be like testing how the previously tested nuts and bolts work together once assembled. For example, a control panel, which is only a part of a machine, must have many components or units that must be assembled to test that the panel itself works as it should. System testing, testing the integrated parts together to ensure it meets the requirements. If an application were a machine, in addition to a control panel, there would be other machine parts similarly assembled and tested. System testing is like seeing whether the entire machine works as expected. User acceptance testing, or UAT, the final testing phase where actual users try the software to make sure it works in real-life scenarios. The users can be individual people or a company for which the product software was created. Test suite, a collection of test cases that have been grouped for a specific purpose. Sanity testing, testing that uses a subset of regression tests to quickly check that a new software build or version works as expected. Some people consider this the same as smoke testing. Black box testing, testing software based on output without knowing its internal workings. For example, when an end user interacts with the website's UI without having access to the code. White box testing, testing software with knowledge of its internal workings. Test plan, a detailed document outlining the testing strategy, objectives, resources, schedule, and deliverables. Test script, step-by-step instructions for a particular test. Test scenario, a high-level idea of what to test. It can have multiple test cases. Exploratory testing, testing the software without a set plan, exploring and learning the application. Boundary testing, testing the limits, edges, or boundaries of the software input. Functional testing, testing that software features work as expected. This is an umbrella term under which several of the other types of testing, sanity, smoke, regression, user acceptance, are grouped. Non-functional testing, testing non-operational aspects of the software, like performance, usability, or security testing. Test environment. This is a controlled setting where testing is conducted. This may be known as the QA or staging environment. This is just a introductory subset of testing terms. If you stumble upon a term that wasn't covered, you can likely find the explanation in the Ultimate Testing Terms glossary. You can find the link in the description below. testRigor offers an AI driven test automation engineer certification for free. Get your certificate today.